If you've ever had one of those days where you just want to get something done, but your body just won't cooperate, this video is for you. You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're likely dysregulated. Today, we're talking about ADHD, nervous system regulation, and how to get unstuck for real. Because once you understand what's happening in your body, you can finally stop fighting it and start working with it. So let's start here. Most ADHD women I work with are not struggling because they actually lack motivation. They're struggling because they're stuck in a nervous system state that makes motivation nearly impossible to access. First, there's two main ways we get dysregulated. Fight or flight, which is when you feel more anxious, restless, irritable, or panicked. In this state, your brain is scanning for danger. Your body is bracing for action. And number two, the shutdown response, also known as more scientifically as dorsal vagal response. You feel frozen, numb, disconnected, hopeless. You get the idea. It's like your nervous system goes offline to conserve energy. Then there's freeze, an in-between state where your body's revving like in the fight or flight, but your brain feels stuck. You want to act but can't. Think of a deer in headlights for this state. And when you're in any of these states, your nervous system says survival first. Everything else doesn't matter. That means focus becomes foggy unless it's about safety. Motivation for anything other than survival drops. Your digestion, immunity, and even your hormones take a hit. And executive functioning, things like planning, prioritizing, and starting tasks, gets shut down. So it's not that you're avoiding that email or project or workout. It's that your body doesn't feel safe enough to care about it right now. This is where a lot of advice falls short. People say, just start, use a planner, set a timer. But if your nervous system is dysregulated, no amount of just do it energy is going to work. You can't outthink a body that feels unsafe. You have to start with regulation. And here's something most people don't tell you. The regulation technique you choose is state dependent. That means what works for you in fight or flight will be totally different than what helps in shutdown. So let's break it down. If you're in fight or flight or freeze, your system is charged. So because these are ways to survive through mobilization, movement, but usually intense movement, unless you're in freeze, you need fluid movement with breath to help discharge the energy and return to center. You might try a yoga sun salutation, right? It's fluid movement with breath. And you could do that seated or standing. It doesn't have to be the whole yoga sun salutation with a chaturanga. You might try volcano breathing, which as you inhale, you might reach your arms up. As you exhale, you might bring your arms down around by your side and back to center. You could blow bubbles because this engages long exhale, playfulness, and focus. Shaking out your hands or bouncing on your toes. Even 2 to 3 minutes can shift you out of this state of hyperarousal. And then you'll be able to focus and feel motivated to do something. Assuming that you've made it interesting enough for your brain to even want to do it. That's a whole other thing. If you're in your shutdown response, right? Here your system is collapsed. You might be doom scrolling on the couch or just can't get moving. In this state, it's harder to move, harder to care, even harder to imagine moving. In this state, your goal is gentle activation, even the smallest dose of aliveness. This is because the dorsal vagal shutdown response is one of protection through immobilization. So any movement at all, even visualizing movement, will help you. So you might try looking out the window and tracking the motion. Sitting on an exercise ball. The micro movements of staying upright can be enough stimulation for your body to come out of this state. A short walk, even 5 minutes. A warm shower, because number one, you're walking to the bathroom and you're moving in the shower, but also this can help with sensory re-engagement. Even visualizing yourself moving can help. You don't need to go big, You just need to start somewhere. Regulation is not a one and done fix. It's a rhythm, a practice, a returning. And it's not about perfection. It's about noticing. Noticing when you've left your window of tolerance. Noticing what kind of support your body needs. And practicing, figuring that out for yourself. And gently, without shame, giving yourself what you can. When you start from the body first, you open up space to do the things that matter without forcing, faking, or freezing, which then, by the way, also helps prevent that ADHD burnout that we talked about this week, where you're pushing, 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 and then crashing. If this in some way helped you understand your ADHD in a deeper way, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs it too. You deserve a life that works with your brain and your body. You're not behind. You're not lazy. You're not messing it all up. You're often just dysregulated, and there's a way through. You've got this. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.